Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the John Q. Hammonds Arena on the campus of Union High School for this championship matchup between the number 3 ranked Edmond North Lady Huskies and the number 2 ranked Union Ladies basketball team. As I welcome in my partner for this championship Saturday, Casey Jordan. And Casey, for these Union ladies, man, they've been hard to beat, but last night they were tested and showed their typical fight and grit that makes this team and the reason that they're here playing in the championship. But if you're Coach Redmond, was there anything that jumped out at you last night that you think, man, we've got to correct for this afternoon's contest?
No, I mean, for the most part, these ladies know who they are. They stick to their MO pretty regularly. So, it's one of those deals to where you readjust, you get back to playing the basketball that you know you can play, and you don't let anybody dictate who you are. You dictate who you are, and you make them adjust to you.
And for the Lady Huskies, these ladies, they come in at a 12-2 mark. They took out a Putnam City West team in Jenks yesterday. And their prize is the undefeated ladies here at Union. So what's going to be their key to victory for their coach and the Lady Huskies?
They're gonna want to try to slow it down a little bit. Union likes to push the tempo and make you adjust to them. So if they can get you slowed down and play within themselves and take good quality shots, that's something that in my opinion I think would be good for them down the stretch. It's just whether they can make that happen or not.
And for Coach Redmond, Sydney Smith didn't seem to be the Sydney Smith of old that we saw in the past. She didn't seem to play that way last night. I saw her walking in and I said, "You ready to go?" And she said, "Yes, sir." Held the door for me and that was it. So now she seemed very, very focused walking into the building earlier, as are most of these young ladies for sure. So any final thoughts before we get to the broadcast here, Casey?
No, other than it should be a good game. I mean, you got number 2 versus number 3. Anytime that happens, typically it's going to be a highly contested game and a fun one to watch.
It's the Lady Huskies of Edmond North, and it's Union, and it's coming up next here on the Union Sports Network.
Gentlemen, and welcome to the John Q. Hammonds Arena on the campus of Union High School for the Women's Championship game of the 2021 Jenks Union Invitational between Edmond North and Union. First, let's meet the visitors, the Edmond North Lady Huskies. At 5'6", a junior, number 0, Ataya Casals. At 5'11", a sophomore, number 4, El Paparonis. At 5'10", a freshman, number 13, Allison Heathcock. At 6 foot, a junior, number 22, Tony Paparonis. And at 5'10", a sophomore, number 24, Lacey Steele. Head coach for the Lady Huskies is Pete Paparonis, assisted by Allison McIntosh, Sarah Parker, and Jeff Hawk. And now, for your Union starting 5. At 6 foot, a junior, number 0, PK Pitts. At 5'10", a senior, number 10, Kaylin Nelson. At 5'9", a junior, number 14, Mackenzie Malum. At 5'10", a senior, number 24, Jordan Connor. And at 6'2", a junior, number 45, Sydney Smith. Head coach for Union is Joe Redmond, assisted by Jim Stacy, Sean Davis, and Taylor Sells. Officials for today's contest.
Well, welcome into the John Q. Hammonds Arena. It's a championship Saturday here at the UMAC alongside Casey Jordan. I'm Jim Douthit on the Union Sports Network. We appreciate you joining us, and this, sir, is going to be a treat. Number 2 in Union, number 3 in the Lady Huskies, and they are looking to extend that undefeated streak Union is to go to 15-0 tonight and take home some hardware in the process.
Yeah, you know, it's always a good opportunity when you can play for a championship on your home court. You know, it takes a little bit of pressure off of it because, you know, you're not trying to get used to a new rim, new court, new play style. So, you know, they're right at home where they want to be.
Off the draw, Lady Huskies will control. And quickly to the hoop there, and 2. Nicely done there by the coach's daughter, Paparonis. Now Malum will bring it up. She'll set it up. And some chatter early on from the girls over on the Edmond Santa Fe side. Nice drive in there. Kayla Nelson turns around and gets 2, and we're knotted at 2. Both teams seem very controlled, very poised, running some really, really good defensive and offensive schemes early on. There's the fadeaway, doesn't get it to go. Connor with the rebound over to Malum. Malum will bring it up. She's going to take it to the far side in front of the Lady Huskies bench, and Connor will slow it down. Over to Nelson. Nelson will bring it out here right in front of us. Now Nelson kicks it far side to TK. TK looks to drive. She dishes it inside to Smith. Smith can't keep the handle. It's going to be knocked out of bounds and be Union's ball. Malum will pick it up there. Be nice if we could get Sydney started early.
Yeah, and that's what they were trying to do there, and it was a good look by TK.
And TK Pitts gets her first 2 of the contest. Either Pitts or Smith inside because of the size advantage, I think, is what we're going to want to work on.
Yeah, you know, they have the height advantage on the inside, but, you know, these Edmond North ladies, they shoot the ball very well, so you're going to have to keep them out of the perimeter, make them earn it from the inside instead of letting them have free shots on the outside.
And their ball control prowess is on display here for the Lady Huskies for sure early on, and they're patient, extremely patient. Shot, nice little turnaround jumper there by Allison Heathcock, and it's knotted at 4. Malum brings it down, she sets it up. Malum turns. Not the greatest shot in the world, and the Lady Huskies will come away with it. I think Malum would have wanted a little bit better shot on that selection. Long, big arching shot there by the other Paparonis, as we have Tony and Elle on the floor for the coach. Now inside, Kayla Nelson can't get it to go, and they'll rebound the ball there. Wanted Nelson inside, but nothing was working.
Yeah, they're pushing on the inside because they know they have the height and the physical advantage. But you know, these Edmond North ladies, they're not backing down, and they're going to make them earn it. And that's something that Union will have to adjust. And
it's a nice look inside, but she can't get it to go. That's Casillas with the missed opportunity there. There's Malum, nice dish to Smith. Smith to Connor. Connor can't get it to go. And the Lady Huskies will come away with it. When you're that close to each other, don't you want to see Smith just take it up, try to shoot it?
Yeah, I mean, when you get that many bodies in there together, it's really tough to, 1, move the ball around, and 2, get a good shot opportunity because you're just bringing more bodies in you from the defense. So, you know, you kind of want to spread it out and open up a lane and readjust. But they got fortunate there with the turnover, so now they get the ball back and
chance to tie it here or even take the lead with a 3. Highshaw and Harris check in for the first time, I should say. Now Malum, bad pass there. That's going to be a foul charged on Pitts. She knows it, kind of a loose ball foul, if you will.
Yeah, and that was, that was kind of uncharacteristic of McKenzie. She's typically very, very smart with the ball, and, she has great court vision. That one, she just got a little, eyes got a little big. She saw TK sitting up there by herself, but she didn't see the defender creeping in, playing backside help.
So Lady Huskies now, they'll look, they'll drive. Nice dish there, wow. Beautifully done by Tony Paparonis. Nice job by her. Now Pitts. Pitts far side to Harris. Harris with the drive. Can't get it to finish. And the Lady Huskies will come away with the ball. 8-4. Huskies up by 4 with just over 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Thanks for joining us on the Union Sports Network. There's a nice drive and a finish. And it's the Paparona show early on for the Lady Huskies.
Yeah, these ladies are going to need to calm down. This is the first time all season that I've seen anyone really come out and just pop them in the mouth and adjust. So
Malum for 3, and that's a great sign. As Malum drains the 3 to cut the lead to 3. And if we can get Malum hot from that area, she's kind of like the Trent Pierce of this team. She's pretty unstoppable from back there.
Yeah, she's another one of those players that, if she ever just realizes that she can take control of the game, she's going to be deadly to stop.
Nice job and a drive there by Lacey Steele. And it is back and forth. Malum to Pitts. Pitts with some nice moves, sees Nelson. I think Nelson wanted to take that shot, but she'll put it on the floor. Malum for 3 again, in and out. Well, that was a nice look, but McKenzie couldn't get that one to fall. And here come back the Huskies quickly. Nelson with the nice hands. There's a steal. There's a foul as well. Harris with the nice hustle. Foul will be charged to Allison Heathcock, and that's going to be her first. And one team foul apiece early on. Sydney Smith checks back in. Highshaw's on the floor, so it's Smith, Highshaw, Harris, Malum, and Connor for Coach Garcia's girls. There's Sydney inside, turnaround jumper, can't get it to go. Kicked back out by the Huskies. Needs just a little bit more oomph on that ball to get that thing to fall. Didn't seem like she got up quite like she wanted to. Now Connor playing some good defense here. Looks like a 2-3 kind of setup for Coach Garcia's defensive strategy, Casey.
Yeah, it is, and Edmond North's running a little bit of an offense to try to single out and clear to one side to get a backside help.
And Lacey Steele's got 4. Nice little turnaround jumper for her. Now Malum. Malum in, she drives. Nicely done by Mackenzie Malum. I think that was a shot that she was trying to get about 2.5, 3 minutes ago. Didn't get to go, so it's good to see her go back to that.
Yeah, and she had great help there by Aubrey Highshaw. She got a nice pick, opened up the lane for her, and Mackenzie just drove in. Had a great opportunity and made the most of it.
Robinson checks in for the Lady Huskies, and Nelson checks back in for Union. Malum almost got a hand on that one, but the Lady Huskies will control. Nice turnaround, can't get that one quite to go. And there's a rebound, that's gonna be a jump ball. That's what you wanna see out of Sydney Smith for sure. Controlling the boards underneath is what we need to do. Especially as you said earlier on, Casey, with the size advantage we've got.
Yeah, they have the size advantage, but Edmond North has done a fantastic job of moving the ball around. They're looking for open lanes, and they're not settling for bad shots. They're taking good shot opportunities, and that's something Union's going to have to really buckle down and realize that they're being smart with the ball, so you can't be lazy.
Just like that, Sydney Smith, they get her working inside, and that's going to definitely be one of your keys to victory tonight that you talked about. Get that inside presence, and Sydney Smith to shoot the ball well like that. Just under a minute now. The lead is 3 by the Huskies, and nice drive there and a finish. Tony Pamparanis with the nice finish there. Now Harris looks inside, gives it to Smith. Smith stops right underneath his Connor, but she was kind of in an awkward spot. Kind of a tough shot there. She was literally right underneath that basket and not a lot of places for her to go.
Yeah, she needed to clear out just a little bit, but, you know, in those situations, you don't really know where you're at, and Sydney had a good look, and she delivered a good pass. It's just when you're right underneath the rim like that, it's tough to adjust and get a good shot.
Especially when you're standing right underneath the basket. Like you said, Lacey Steele checks back in for the Lady Huskies. They are quick, these Lady Huskies, for sure. They've got some speed.
Yeah, and they're smart. I mean, they're running their offense, and Union's kind of, you know, they're not used to.
As the travel's called there. Yeah, they're not used to this kind of, or at least we haven't seen this type of basketball here at the UMAC for sure, as Malum with 2 and 1. Malum with a big long shot. Oh, just off. Nice look there by McKenzie. She can't get it to go. It's 16-11. We're back with the second quarter action after this.
For more than 50 years, Central States Orthopedics and Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center have been the area's leading orthopedic and sports medicine providers. And now, we've joined forces as Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. One name, one focus. Excellent orthopedic and sports medicine care. Together, we serve as the team physicians for almost every high school and university in the region. We are the area's leading expert for work-related injuries, and our surgical hospital is the only 5-star rated hospital in Tulsa. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Come see why we're better together.
Welcome back inside the UMAC second quarter action. Just underway here in the second quarter. 16-11, Lady Huskies on top of Union. As we're handed the stat sheet, and you can see why. Edmond North shooting 61%.
Shooting 61%, but they're also controlling the boards. I mean, you know, they've got 9 rebounds, the Union's 3, so they're a tough team right now, and they're playing very well. So Union's going to have to adjust. They're going to have to get them off the glass and make them take worse shots than what they're giving them right now.
Kayla Nelson with a nice turnaround cuts the lead to 5. And something we talked about at the break there was the fact that this is the first time we've seen a team come into the UMAC and really metaphorically kick our girls in the mouth.
Oh, I mean, you know, you hate to say it, but they did. They popped them in the mouth, and Union's not used to that. They're used to being the ones doing the popping instead of taking it. So let's see how they adjust. And you know, but you can't discredit what Edmond North has done. They've come in here and they've played exceptional basketball so far.
Lacey Steele drains the 3, and just like that, the lead is 8. There's Malum for 3, off. It's going to be a foul charged to Tony Pamparanis as she reached over Sydney Smith. TK Pitch is going to check back in as Harris is going to have a seat. El Pamparanis will also check back in for Coach Pamparanis and the Lady Huskies. Now Malum to throw it in. Inside, nicely done, Sydney Smith, but she can't get it to go. Almost like she was hoping to draw some contact there. Up ahead, Lady Huskies quick in transition, get it up and nicely done El Pomperanas very, very quickly up, and they extend the lead to 10. And Coach Redmond wants a timeout for sure, and we'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Union Ladies Basketball here on the Union Sports Network.
Design, along with home remodels and additions. Visit our website at pinnacledesignco.com for more information.
.6:19 remaining here in the second. Welcome back on the Union Sports Network alongside Casey Jordan. I'm Jim Douthit. And while we got just a second here, Casey, talk about Coach Redmond here. And he's probably scripting up a little something different to talk about when he took that timeout because his girls are down by 10.
Yeah, you know, he's trying to look for something that's working right now because, you know, what they're doing isn't quite working out for him like it typically does, so he's trying to readjust and find something to get them in a little bit of a rhythm.
TK Pitts with a nice fadeaway, can't get that to go, and the Huskies will come away with a rebound. And second chances, I don't have it in front of me, but second chances for Union have been little to none during this game. And there's Connor's going to get charged with a foul. That's her first. It's only the team fourth, so something good to think about and to talk about is the fact that Union is not getting upset and not causing or drawing or committing, if you will, a bunch of fouls because we're only at two team fouls so far. So that's a good sign for Union.
Yeah, they've played pretty clean, and you know you love to see it. Definitely going into the second period, and both teams have only had 2 fouls each. So, you know, it's definitely a cleaner game than we saw the boys' game earlier.
Now Sydney Smith with a nice board. Malum brings it up. She'll hand it to Nelson. Nelson will slow it down and set it up as she barks some orders. She wants TK to come up. She'll get TK to come up. TK there to Malum and that steal. Oh, and a block. Nicely blocked there by Malum as she stuck with the girl. But then Turner, they come right back, and a foul there on Smith. And that's going to be Sydney's second, or no, her first, my apologies. But it was a nice job by Malum. She gets the ball stolen from her. She stays with Casillas, gets the block, and at least gets some help, even though it didn't turn out well. Good to see Mackenzie Malum playing on both sides of the floor like we're used to seeing her play.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those situations. It's kind of an unfortunate turn of events. She gets a block, goes to the opponent, and they drive in, and Sydney has to have backside help and ends up getting a foul called against her. So, you know, it sucks that that's what happened, but, you know, you got to readjust and get back into the flow of things.
Lacey Steele will get charged with a reach-in call there. Talk about the Lady Huskies. They're playing pretty well on the defensive side of the ball, too. Holding the number 2 ranked team in the state to 13 points so far, and only have 3 fouls called on them as well. So a well-contested basketball game by the Lady Huskies. There's a turnaround jumper by Nelson. She can't get it to go, and no rhythm right now for Coach Redmond's squad.
No, and some of that is, you know, due part to, creditly so, Edmond North. They've played very well on both ends of the court. You know, they're playing good in all aspects of the game. So it's, you know, when a team like that is doing it, you're going to have to really step up, adjust, and, you know, find a rhythm to get back into this.
Lacey Steele with too many steps. Nelson will pull it up in control. She'll get it over to TK. TK will drive and then decide against it, get it inside to Sydney Smith. Sydney Smith will drive, turn around. Nice finger roll there. And if we could continue to try to work that inside to Smith, that could be one of the ways that we climb back in this, as we're down only by 9 now.
Yeah, Sydney's kind of found her rhythm inside, so they, honestly, you need to keep feeding it until they can stop it. So, trying to inch back into this. There's plenty of time, so you don't have to just start settling for threes. There's plenty of time just to run your offense, run your system, and
ball out of bounds, rewarded back to the Lady Huskies. 4 minutes on the nose remaining here in the half. Fadeaway jumper, and Malum will knock it out of bounds. Something that the Lady Huskies are doing a really good job of right now, it seems like, is playing a little bit like Union does and pushing us around underneath that board.
Yeah, they've definitely controlled it, controlled almost every aspect of this game so far. So, that's a conversation that's going to have to be had at halftime of saying, hey, ladies, I know you're not used to it. It just happened. Let's get back to being the bullies that we are.
There you go, Smith with the big board there. We'll see what we can do as Malum pushes it up. Quickly up ahead. Pitts can't handle it, but thought it was tipped, but it's not tipped. No argument from Pitts, so Coach Redmond's asking for a little full court pressure here with 3:35 remaining in the second, 26-15. Lady Huskies on top. Well, I said I was going to call for some full court pressure. Sure didn't look like it. Nice job by Nelson to tip that out of bounds. Lady Huskies will inbound the ball here. Nice job by Union to tie up everybody. They do get it back. And the drive baseline, blocked by Smith. And she slows it down up ahead to Malum. Now Malum back to Smith. Smith to Pitts. Pitts to Nelson. That's a great job for them to slow that down. Nothing there. They're not forcing anything.
Yeah, it was good series of events there by Sydney. She got the block, brought it up, and then slowed it down because she knew, she's probably not the best one to be bringing that up the court. So, smart play there by her, and it's something that, sometimes she doesn't get enough credit for.
Malum for three. She can't get that to go. That was a good turn of events. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for Union, but was good to see them slow it down and set it up. Now they control the boards, and there's Nelson showing her presence. And down the floor, they've got to start making some points, though. Making some baskets for sure here. Malum sets it up high. Over to Pitts. Pitts usually has a nice little first step, but I'll tell you what, that pesky Kate Melton is all over her and not allowing her to do anything like that. Melton playing some great defense on TK. Now there's a drive by Harris. She's going to lose the ball. Turnover, Huskies up ahead. A nice little reverse move. Can't get that to go. It's 1-on-3, and somehow the Lady Huskies come away with that. Still, it's 3-on-4, and the Huskies come away from it. Jamari Harris hustling, but nothing there. Sydney Smith is finally now just getting back up the floor. I'm not too sure if Sydney was hurt, but it took her forever to get up the floor.
She was playing a little bit of a kind of a rover. She was standing back there because it should have been Union ball. They had a couple different opportunities, so she was kind of playing that safety net and being a good kick out down there. But Edmond North fought and kept fighting. And
there's Sith with the big steal up ahead to Pitts. Pitts is going to drive it, and two. Nicely done there by Smith. And if we can finish this down by only 6, I'm going to say it's a win for us. There's the long three. Can't get that to go, but the nice bounce right to the Huskies, and they'll shoot it back up, but no go. As Nelson up ahead to Pitts. Pitts has got Harris on this side if she'll look. She stops, she pops, and gets the 2. And Pitts has got 6. TK's got 6 of the 19 as we're under 1 minute, under almost 40 seconds now here to play in the first half. 26-19.
Yeah, Coach Paparonis is telling his girls to, slow
There's
the
a
ball
turnover.
down.
Up ahead to Pitts. Pitts looks, fakes, drives, can't get it to go. Nelson rebound and 2. And these fans here come alive as Union cuts the lead to 5. You almost don't want this quarter to end at this point, do you, Casey?
No, they finally found the rhythm. Edmond North, doing things that they haven't done.
Nelson with the rebound, 3 seconds, 2. Malum can't get it to go, but that's a nice turn of events for the ladies of Union as they cut the lead to 5, and it was as much as, 13, I believe, at one point.
Yeah, and, they did a phenomenal job closing out that first half. Edmond North, those last 2 minutes were absolutely very uncharacteristic for them in that game. They played sloppy, kind of went to some, one-on-one boys basketball instead of playing their system, and Union took advantage of it and got exactly what they wanted and brought this game within 5.
And that's something for Coach Redmond to build upon. So here we are. We'll set it up for you. We got about 9.5 minutes remaining here in halftime. In just a few minutes, I'm going to be joined by, I believe, Shanda Gibson with the College and Career Center here at Union High School. So that may be the case, and if it is the case, you'll see her, or at least hear her, in about 3 minutes here on the Union Sports Network. Well, welcome back inside the UMAC on the campus of Union High School for a little halftime conversation. I'm joined by the one, the only, Shanda Gibson, and there's no surprise. I just want to be perfectly honest with everybody. Shanda, you and I I am fortunate enough to work with you in the College and Career Center, and I appreciate you joining us. But why don't you tell the folks that are listening a little bit about what our jobs encompass, because what we're able to do for our students is not like, it's unlike anything else or a lot of other schools have in the state.
Yeah, Jim, you know, you're actually right. I'm not sure how many schools within the state have a designated college and career center, but I know that we are one of very few, which is very good because, you know, our building houses about 3,300 students, and having a designated place where students can come and get information about college and careers is amazing.
And it's something that our counselors don't have to do as well, because a lot of schools depend on their counselors to do the jobs that you and I are doing.
Exactly. So. Yeah, that's one thing I was going to point out. You know, we have what you would call guidance counselors who take care of social emotional things, scheduling, talking with students, but this part that we take care of has been taken off of their plate. So when it comes to helping students with college applications, filling out FAFSA, college visits, all of those things we get to do, which is really wonderful. You know, I tell people all the time, I believe that we have the best jobs at Union because, number one, we still get to be with students, but as a former English teacher, I don't have to worry about grading all of those papers. And, you know, I do miss the classroom some, but I do not miss all of the paperwork, and I know you don't either.
No, I do not. And so what Shanda's referencing is we were both actually in the English department together. Shanda was nice enough to be my mentor teacher when I first came to Union, and to be honest with you, Shanda, you're one of the main reasons that I'm still here, because you were able to guide me through my first year teaching high school, and I can't thank you enough for it. So let's talk about your specific role as a college advisor. You have the alphabet L through Z. Mm-hmm. So talk quickly about what that entitles and what your day in and day out duties are for those students.
So as you said, Emily Ashley is my counterpart, and she and I split the alphabet when it comes to the paperwork side of it. There's just, you know, no way for one person to be able to handle 1,000 students per grade or say. But on a day-to-day basis, it looks like meeting with students, whether it's in person or via Zoom, guiding them through the college process, which entails everything from just deciding on what colleges to visit. And, of course, now during COVID, those visits are virtual. There are a few that are allowing visits. Helping students request transcripts, SAT, ACT information. And that just doesn't start with the high school. You know, there are things that we get to do with the lower grades starting with 7th grade. So.
Yeah, and we've talked about some of the things that our office is able to do with the 7th graders on up. But I know it seems like every time I turn around, you and Emily Ashley you're writing letters for students. You're helping them with scholarship information.
Exactly.
You're a plethora of information for our kids, and I want to tell you that anybody that the parents that are out there listening know that we have these kind of programs and these kind of people like yourself and Miss Ashley that can help our kids through the process.
Exactly. I like to say, as Emily will say too, we know a lot of things about schools, but not everything,
right.
You know, so
sure.
We know all of these little bits and pieces in a sense, but we definitely can help students figure it all out.
You two are probably the best at putting puzzle pieces together, and I've quickly realized that. You know, you don't know what the puzzle looks like, but you're able to bring a student in and show them, hey, these are the pieces and this is where they go.
Exactly.
And then they're able to finish that puzzle out. So
exactly.
Shanda Gibson, everybody. Listen, Shanda, thanks for joining us here. It's a quick visit, but you can find her moms and dads at the College and Career Center on the campus or Union High School and inside the high school. Shanda, thanks for joining us so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
You bet.
All right. Bye.
Well, welcome back into the UMAC. We appreciate Shanda Gibson joining us here during halftime on the Union Sports Network alongside Casey Jordan. I'm Jim Douthit. It's second half action here as Union, for the first time that we've seen them, down by 5 coming into this third quarter. But Casey, the way they finished, we talked about it, it's almost like we didn't want that to end because they were really coming on strong.
Yeah, they were, and it's one of those deals where it helped too that Edmond North only shot 20%. So in that second quarter, so being able to capitalize on that was a great opportunity for them, and they did exactly what they wanted.
There's Connor inside. She drives the lane and quickly inside. Yes, right now, according to the stats, we're shooting about 43%, and the Lady Huskies are just under 40 at 39.3%. And I would say the majority of our great baskets were made in the last 3 minutes of that second quarter for sure. There's a steal by Pitts. Now Pitts up ahead. She'll stop off the glass. Nicely done. And Union's clawed to within 1. Very, very quickly. The momentum has not let up. And that's a great sign for Coach Redmond. Huskies will kick it out and they'll slow it down a little bit. They'll try to set something up here. We'll work the far side. They'll back to the middle now. Now come closer to us. They're not trying to work anything inside at this point, as 4 of the 5 players were set up on the outside of the three-point line. Now they'll drive. The dish. 3 off the mark. Foul's going to be charged, I believe. Kaylin Nelson's going to pick up the foul there. That's only the team, or her first, so nothing to worry about there. Inside, nicely done there. Lacey Steele gets the nice pass and finish. Now Malum will set it up in the middle. Now Malum drives, can't get it to roll, and not probably the possession that Coach Redmond was looking for. Easy coming down, but Malum felt it, and she couldn't finish it. Paparonis with the basket there, and Malum will bring it back down, and it looks like they're setting up the same thing, but slowing it down this time.
Yeah, and that position there by Edmond North was more of what they had a lot of success with. They kind of clear everybody out and allow.
Nelson for 3, good!
They kind of allow their ladies to get, good penetration there, and they kind of went away from that in those last few minutes, and it seems like they're trying to get back to it.
Now Lady Huskies will set up high. TK Pitts coming out to put some pressure on them. There's a steal by Pitts. Nicely done there. Great ball control too. Boy, that was not an easy thing for her to dribble out of, and she did a great job of it. And the fans are starting to come alive on the Union side. Very, very vocal on that side of the stadium at this point. Nelson, nice turnaround there. And we're tied at 30. Nelson with a nice turnaround, and she's got 11. Now the Lady Huskies. TK almost comes around, comes away with another steal. Paparonis not very happy with the pass that she was given there. They'll work it over close to that side of the bench. Casillas now in charge. Passes it over to this side. Now inside, back to Casillas. She can't get it to go. Rebound there by Smith. And the foul's going to be charged to Ella Paparonis. That's only her first, though. Hustle by the young lady.
Yeah, for the first time tonight, Lady Huskies are showing a little bit of frustration. In the first half, they were the aggressors, and they put their foot on the pedal and kind of controlled the game. And, Union come back out and decided to start playing the basketball that we're used to seeing, and they're getting a little frustrated by it.
Now Nelson will work this side. She'll give it back to Malum. Malum will bark out some orders. She'll ask Nelson to come this way and help her out, and they'll switch spots. Now Nelson picks it up off the floor and throws it away. Thinking that Connor was going to cut back and help her out a little bit. Coach Redmond giving his girls some little cheerleading action as he claps demonstratively for his girls. There's a long three. Oh, and a nice job there by Casillas. And this is going to be back and forth, it looks like, sir, the rest of the game.
I'm okay with that. We haven't seen many of those games from the ladies, so it's nice to see a very highly contested game for them.
TK inside to Smith. Smith can't handle the pass, and the Lady Huskies are quickly up ahead. Nice bounce pass there. Boy, nicely done. The Lady Huskies, again, the lead is 5 for them. And a steal, Malum. Bad pass, and it's taken away by the Lady Huskies up ahead, but that ball's going to go out of bounds. Just a little too much from Tony on that pass up court. Jamari Harris and Aubrey Highshot check back in. TK Pitts and Nelson are going to have a seat.
Yeah, Malum's going to have to kind of rein it in a little bit. This is a night that, you know, you're not used to seeing from her. She's forcing things. She's having, you know, uncontested passes that she just, you know, you typically don't see from her. So she needs to settle down and, you know, start playing the basketball that you're accustomed to seeing from her.
Melton Robinson now checked back in for the Lady Huskies, and there's another one of those passes that you were talking about. But it's something to say, too, that the Lady Huskies are swarming to the ball pretty quickly.
Oh, without question. You know, these Lady Huskies, they've been a force and honestly a nuisance to Union tonight, and they're just, you know, that's something they're not used to seeing. So seeing how they adjust for the rest of the game will be telling.
There's Malum with another giveaway. Lady Huskies are back up the court quickly. Nice little jumper just past the free throw line. And El Pamparanis gets on the board as well.
Yeah, these Pamparanis sisters they're very good.
Yes, they are. I don't imagine their coach gets a whole lot of, you're playing your daughter more than you're playing my daughter.
Well, not if they're playing like this.
Not at all. Totally agree.
It's hard to show favoritism whenever they're two of your leading scorers.
Yep.
Actually, your two leading scorers.
Your two leading scorers, exactly. Sydney Smith is going to have a seat. Kaylin Nelson will check in, along with Hendricks will check back in as well. So up by 7 are the Lady Huskies. We'll see if Union can find some of that fire they had early on in this quarter. Nice pass inside. Connor with a move, can't get it to go. Rebound there by the Huskies. And the ladies will push it back up the floor. Tony loses the handle here, ball's out of play.
Yeah, she kind of ran into a brick wall and, you know, instead of continuing to fight for the ball, she kind of was looking for a call.
No call there. TK Pitts gets ready to check back in. Janiyah Hendricks brings it up. She'll get it to Nelson. Now Nelson will go to work. Nelson inside turnaround jumper, partially blocked there. And the Huskies come away with it with 1:45 remaining here in the third quarter. And a nice drive there. Lacey Steele, so if it's not Lacey Steele, it's definitely one of the Pamparanis sisters doing the majority of the damage here. And Coach Redmond's gonna take a timeout. And we'll take a timeout as well. You're watching the championship game of the ladies bracket, the Union Jenks tournament here on the Union Sports Network. Welcome back inside the John Q. Hammonds Arena alongside Casey Jordan. I'm Jim Douthit. You're watching the championship game of the Jenks Union tournament, the ladies' side of the bracket, as Union finds himself down by 9 with just under 1:30 remaining here in the third quarter. Ball control and good passes have not been in the cards for Union here in the past 5 minutes of this quarter. They started off really, really hot, Casey, and they flat cooled down for sure.
Yeah, but you can give credit to the Lady Huskies. They started playing the basketball that they played in the first half, and they're quite a bit of a nuisance on both ends of the court.
There's Nelson with a steal. TK was asking for it, but Nelson was like, nope, and she drives it hard. And Nelson with a nice drive. TK was asking for it, but I don't think Nelson had a clear pass to get her that far down the court. So nice job by Nelson to just drive it and get it in. Now the Lady Huskies for 3, off, rebound Nelson. Nelson will get her over here to to Hendricks, and Hendricks will bring it up. Hendricks will bring it up, give it to Nelson. Coach Redmond wants that. Wants Redmond to Coach Redmond wants Nelson to kind of quarterback this. As Malum is on the bench. 10-9, 8. There's Pitts, down to 7. She needs to do something with it, get some help. Nelson for 3, off. And that's gonna be it for this quarter. So 32-39, Union finds himself down by 7. We're back with fourth quarter action after this.
Finding your happy place is something special, and it's different for everyone. You probably already know where to find yours, and TTCU Federal Credit Union can help you get there. Right now, you can earn up to a $200 bonus when you open a new checking account with direct deposit. So wherever your happy place finds you, TTCU will meet you there. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Welcome back. We're just underway here in the fourth quarter of the championship game of the girls bracket, the Jenks Union tournament. And welcome into the Union Sports Network, everybody. I'm Jim Douthit alongside with Casey Jordan. And Casey, these Union girls got to find something special here as these Lady Huskies are flat taking it to them.
Yeah, they pretty much controlled the game from start to finish outside of about 2 or 3 minutes, and that's something that these ladies aren't really used to. They're used to being the one controlling things and setting the tone and being the aggressor. So they got to figure something out here in the next couple of minutes to keep this close.
Nice little jump step by Lacey Steele, and Lacey Steele leads all scorers with 16.
Yeah, she's having herself a night.
The lead is 9. TK kicks it out to Nelson. Nelson stops, puts it on the floor, give it back to Hendricks. Hendricks now to Harris. Harris for 3, can't get it to go. And boy, an unfortunate bounce. It looked like TK went up at the right time, but she couldn't come down with it. Now the Lady Huskies will bring it down and set it up. And yeah, for sure, you're up by 9, you're gonna slow it down.
Yeah, and it's, for Union, it's not too late. They don't have to start forcing things.
Nice job by Lacey Steele.
There's still plenty of time left on the clock to run your offense and, get things back going. You just got to be smart
and get rebounds and fouls like that. That'll definitely help, but they're going to need a couple of stops on the Husky side of the court for sure to climb back into this, because I think Lacey Steele is the one you're going to have to stop. She has been on fire.
Yeah, they need to continue to feed Sydney and Kaylin, you know, they got the advantage on the inside. They're both a force down there, so clear it out. Let them play a little bully ball underneath, and you know, that'd be a good recipe to get back in this, as long as you're getting defensive stops on the other side as well.
Nelson completes the three-point play. TK Pitts had a seat. Malum checks back in, and I don't know how many steps that was, but Malum comes away with a rebound. I think she's just got long legs. She probably didn't travel at all. She's just got those long legs and can flat explode. Now Nelson goes to work inside. Smith. Smith is going to get charged with a foul as a push-off. That's only Sydney's second, so we're good. Both teams really, really good on the fouls. Union's got 2 team fouls. The Lady Huskies got 3. So
Yeah.
again, very clean basketball, Casey.
Yeah, Sydney caught that, and she was expecting, you know, no backside help, and she turned around, and not only did they have backside help, they had 2 of them. So it turned into a 1-on-3 situation, and she really didn't have anywhere to go with it. And, you know, it was either throw it out of bounds or a foul, and sadly she came away with a foul there, trying to get out of a bad situation.
Now the Huskies flat controlling the ball here, and they get it to Steele, and waiting for Steele to explode and hit some crazy turnaround jumper that she's been accustomed to or that we've seen. Edmond North will quickly take a timeout here. Coach Paparonis wants to talk about it, and we're going to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it off the air. We'll be back after this. .5:24 remaining here, 43-35. The Lady Huskies on top. They'll get the ball out of bounds really close to us right here. As El Paparonis controls the ball, she gets it to Steele and gets it over to the other Paparonis sister.
Union's
Swarming.
going with 2-3 pressure here, so they're going to have to be smart with their ball. And
there's a jump ball. Nelson possession's going to be awarded to Union. TK Pitts is going to check back in. Sydney Smith is going to have a seat.
Nelson's not one that you want to fight with underneath the rim for a ball. It's better just to let her have it and, you know, live to fight another day.
For sure. Now Malum. She will set it up and quarterback this again for Coach Redmond, as we've seen her do all season long. Up high to Pitts. Pitts goes far side. Nothing there for her. She'll kick it back over to Malum. Malum with the nice ups there to get that pass.
Yeah, they're trying to get it to Nelson on the inside. It's just Edmond's doing a great job with backside help.
There's a foul going to be charged to Malum. The Lady Huskies will get the ball out of play, and they got to not going to panic yet, but it's down to a time where they got to start making possessions count, and they got to come up with a couple of defensive gems. If Union's going to think about hoisting a trophy here in about 4.5 minutes. Paparonis to Steele. Steele far side to Casas. And a turnover. Just what Union needed at this point. Now Nelson will bring it up. She'll do a little stutter step and a block. And a block for sure there. Nice block by Tony. And then Connor's going to get charged with a foul after the block. Hendricks checks back in as TK sits for Coach Redmond. Timeout, Edmond North, and we'll take a timeout as well. We're back after this. Back live here on the Union Sports Network with 4 minutes remaining in this championship Saturday. The ladies of Edmond North are doing a great job against Union right now. Number 2 versus number 3. Thanks for joining us on the Union Sports Network alongside Casey Jordan. I'm Jim Douthit. Coach Pomperanis is doing exactly what we expected them to do, and it's slow it down.
Yeah, and you know, this is exactly what you expect from a 2-3 matchup. You know, it's a very close game. It's gone back and forth. Both teams have had their moments. It's just Edmond North has really controlled it for the most part, and they've done, you know, something that these ladies aren't used to, and that's being pushed around.
And just like that, Malum's going to get charged with her second foul. 15 foul now for Union. And not something you really want to see. I don't want to see these ladies get into a 1-on-1 situation and allow the Huskies to go to the line, because they've been doing pretty well from there. Great ball movement by the Lady Huskies. They're going to dish it out, work it far side over near the bench, back to our side, then back to the bench. Casillas works it back this way.
Yeah, I understand they're wanting to kill some clock, but you're also playing a dangerous game, because Union's not scared to bring pressure, and you know, it's still a. There it is.
There it is. You kind of lull them to sleep,
yeah.
And then you work that back door, and just like that, they're back up by 10. There's Malum. Nice drive. She's not going to get that to go, though. Rebound steal. Mentioned Lacey Steele's name quite a bit tonight. She's done a lot of damage for the Lady Huskies. And the Lady Huskies looks like they're going to set up the same kind of plan. Malum's going to get charged with another foul. Sydney Smith, TK Pitts, and Aubrey Highshaw all check back in for Union, as Connor, Hendricks, and Harris have a seat. And I think this is probably what he's going to go with the rest of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I know this is definitely a team game, but you're going to look back and look at McKenzie's night, and you know, she's not going to be too pleased with how she's played so far. But I feel like I know her well enough. She's gonna come back, and I feel bad for the next team, because she's probably gonna put it on them.
Well, the next team is Bixby Tuesday night at Bixby. Our next broadcast is going to be here Friday night against Bartlesville, and that's going to be our Hall of Fame induction evening, as we welcome back a host of players, and it's going to be quite the evening here. So you hope the girls will tip off at 6:30. We'll be right here on the Union Sports Network. Nice job by TK Pitts, the drive, and a quick timeout by Coach Redmond, as the lead is only 8. Go ahead, Casey.
And that's exactly what they need to do. You know, they forced it up quick, moved the ball around, and got TK in the baseline, and you know, it's a great recipe to get back into this. There's still plenty of time. You know, they're still only down by 8. A couple of defensive stops and a couple of smart plays just like that, and you know, this is a tie ball game.
Is it make it a little different that you gotta play defense? You want the kind of defense you want to play, I should say, knowing that as soon as you foul, they're going to go to a 1-and-1 for the most part?
Yeah, you know, that's a tough situation. You want to play smart defense. You don't want to force a foul, because you are down by 8. So, you know, bringing that pressure, force them to move the ball around and hope that they, you know, make a mistake. But, you know, on the other end, you've got to take advantage of it. This is the point of the game to where you can't just go one-on-one situation and hope for the best. You still got to take smart shots, and you know, because you're 3 possessions from this a tie ball game.
Absolutely. So here we go. Lady Huskies will get the ball out of bounds, and Coach Redmond's gonna, looks like, play a man-to-man, if you will, full court for sure, and not give them anything. They'll get it in. Pressure there. And that's going to be a foul called, but I'm not too sure why. Sydney Smith sure seemed like she had her feet planted. That's Smith's 3rd foul. Team's 8th of the half, and I'm going to say for the first time, I think Redmond didn't seem to be very happy with that call. In and out, nice job there. And luck of the bounce, and Union brings it up. Ball to Pitts. Pitts up high, back to Malum. Malum drives, kicks it out to Nelson. Nelson looks covered well there, back to Pitts. Pitts far side to Malum.
Yeah, they missed Malum in the corner. She was in her spot. She was set up, and that's one TK wishes she had back.
She'll go to the line and shoot 2. She's got to make these 2. The lead is only 8, as you said. Says a lot about Malum. We've talked about her struggles tonight, but she goes to the free throw line and gets the first.
McKenzie is a fighter. She's not going to, doesn't matter the type of night she's had, she's not going to just stop playing.
Rebound there by Pitts. Got a lucky bounce, came right to her. Nelson. Blocking foul there.
Even with the night McKenzie's had, you still got to watch out for her because she can make it when she wants, and she can easily crawl back in this if she needs to.
Malum will have the ball. She'll hand it to Nelson. 1:30 remaining. Nelson drives, kicks for 3. No. Rebound there by Steele. It was a good look, but they couldn't get it. Now quickly swarming the ball is Union, but Lady Huskies will do a good job to get it up. And there's Malum, going to get charged with her 4th foul, I believe. And they'll go to the line and shoot 2. 45-38, 1:17 remaining here in the 4th. And not really any surprise of the score and of the pressure that you're feeling as it's swelling in this building with number 2 and number 3 and a championship on the line here, Casey. You could see the faces. There's not as many smiles as we typically see on these girls, and I'm not saying they're not having fun, but it is super focused for these girls, these ladies of Union. The lead is again a 9. Now Malum, far side tipped, stolen by the Lady Huskies. And Malum will pick it up. Bad pass there. Malum back. TK was cutting, she couldn't see her. Now TK gets it, she'll shoot the 3, good! And just like that, Union's down by 6.
And that's the McKenzie that you got to watch out for, because if she gets it and she can do something with it. So they got to be careful here because she starts getting confident, and you can kind of see it on her right now. She wants the ball, and that's a McKenzie you don't want to mess with.
McKenzie Malum and TK Pitts, Kaylin Nelson, all these young ladies, Sydney Smith. I mean, everybody on this team has, and we've said it before, they are constantly backing each other up. They're constantly, if I have a seat, you're going to come in and pick up where I left off. There's really hasn't been any holes, and I'm not taking anything away from any team that we've played, but we've been so consistent throughout the year. But here, they're matched up against the Lady Husky team, and guess what? They're pretty darn consistent as well.
Yeah, and that's, when you have a night that you don't typically have and you play a good team like Edmond North, it's going to be a fight, but, you love to see that they're not backing down, and, there's still 55 seconds left. It's not a ball game that's over yet, so.
And it's only a 6-point lead now.
Yep.
This young lady walking over to us right now, and Lacey Steele has been incredible.
Yes, she has. She came to play tonight, and she's one of those girls that would be fun to watch going down the stretch because she plays like this every night. She has a chance to be a real game changer.
And there's McKenzie Malum, and unfortunately, well, that'll only, Edmond North. So we're going to find out here. It looked like there was a foul charged. No foul charged. That's a good thing. Okay. So I thought Malum was going to pick up her 4th, but instead they award the timeout to Coach Pomperanis prior to the foul. So that's a good sign for Malum, as we definitely, with 4 fouls and this kind of time left, that's not very good, but she's still got her 3 fouls.
Yeah, they're going to come out and want to apply a lot of pressure, but you know, these Lady Huskies, that's something that they've done a very good job of tonight, of, you know, getting out of that and moving the ball around, and they've done an exceptional job. It's hard to say anything negative about them the way that they've played tonight, and they showed up and they came ready to play, and they've done a fantastic job.
Now I'll see what happens, because just as I said that, I looked up at the board, and in McKenzie it shows 4 fouls. So I'm not too sure if there was a foul called there or not. I don't believe so, but unfortunately there's no official around for me to ask. We'll see what happens here. Malum does have a seat, as it's Smith, Nelson, Hendricks, Connor, and Pitts on the floor for Coach Redmond and his squad. And there's a ball out of bounds. Nicely done there, and it's a turnover. Great pressure by Union causing the turnover, and boy, that is the first mistake that Lacey Steele has made this evening, because she has been perfect for the Lady Huskies. Hate to see that for that young lady, but good for Union.
Yeah, Coach Redmond got exactly what he wanted. He had a defensive substitution, got a turnover, and then put Malum back in to get some more offense out there.
There's Nelson. Nelson will get it in, tipped out of bounds by Steele. Nelson trying to give some directions to her girls, what she wants them to do. They seemed a little sluggish coming in there. That's a little better. Get the ball to Pitts. Pitts up high to Harris. Or to Hendricks, excuse me. Back to Nelson. Nelson shoots the 3. Can't get it to go, though. And the Lady Huskies are going to get bunched up there. And a timeout, no. Foul's going to be charged to Hendricks. Hendricks is first, team's 10th. So the Lady Huskies will go and shoot 2, up by 6. And unfortunately, Lacey Steele goes to the line. I say unfortunately for Union. You folks down in the Oklahoma City area are enjoying this immensely right now. And I don't blame you, because you got something special in Lacey Steele, that's for sure.
Yes, they do. This whole Edmond North team has played very well tonight, and they deserve a lot of credit for what they've done.
Absolutely. Pitts and Malum. The lead is 8. Nelson for 3. In and out. Battle for it. Rebound there by the Lady Huskies. Steele. Loose ball. Pitts gets it to Malum. Malum tries to shoot the 3. And there's a foul finally on Pitts.
Man, that was a series of unfortunate events. I believe that's a Netflix special.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's a pretty good one.
It's definitely was. That ball was all over. Nobody wanted possession of it when Malum finally got it. I believe she had a Allison Heathcock in her face that just she was not going to let her shoot a 3 from there.
Yeah, and that's one of those possessions, you know, you say it's unfortunate because the ball was fighting around and moving around, and, you know, those ladies lost 12 seconds off the clock in one little possession that they didn't even get a shot up, so.
Casillas misses the first of 2. She misses the second of 2. Now Pitts is quickly up the floor, 17, 16, 15 seconds. Now Pitts for 3, big arching ball, nothing there.
Yeah, I'm not for sure that was the shot that.
But Pitts gets her own rebound and puts it back in, and it's again 6. Union's gonna take another timeout, and so will we with 8.3 seconds to play. We'll come back with the finish here on the Union Sports Network.
For more than 50 years, Central States Orthopedics and Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center have been the area's leading orthopedic and sports medicine providers. And now, we've joined forces as Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. One name, one focus. Excellent orthopedic and sports medicine care. Together, we serve as the team physicians for almost every high school and university in the region. We are the area's leading expert for work-related injuries, and our surgical hospital is the only 5-star rated hospital in Tulsa. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Come see why we're better together.
Welcome back. Number 2 and number 3 has not disappointed us here inside the John Q. Hammonds Arena for the championship game between Jenks and Union. Lady Huskies got a 6-point lead with 8 seconds remaining. They'll get the ball to Steele, and she will get fouled. I believe the foul is going to be charged to Jordan Connor. Either her or Nelson, either one. Kaylin Nelson will pick up the foul there. And Lacey Steele will go to the line and shoot 2. Time's running out, Casey, for Coach Redmond's girls.
Yeah, it is. It's, it was a hard-fought night for them, but, once again, you got to give credit to Edmond North. They came in here and did something. I know I've said it a bunch, but they did something that Union's not used to, and that's get punched in the mouth. And it took them a little bit too long to adjust and try to figure out how to get back into this.
And the lead is 8 now for the Huskies. And Coach P's just saying, hey, hang back, make us do something. And it looks like the Lady Huskies are going to go on and win this one. And that's it. Congratulations to the Edmond North Lady Huskies as they take the Jenks Union tournament over Union by a score of 51-43. And I tell you what, it's Union's first loss of the season. But I can tell you, knowing these ladies, knowing the kind of coach that Coach Redmond is, and they're getting a big hand right now from the Union fans.
As Union Athletic Director Emily Barkley
and as
the runner-up medals.
What you're seeing right now is
TK Pitts.
Our athletic director and Emily Barkley handing out the second place medals.
Number 1, Jermari Harris.
To the second place ladies
Number
of Union.
2, Aubrey Hysham.
Yeah,
Number
it's
3,
one of those deals too
Janiyah
that
Hendricks.
you hate to lose a game, but this takes a lot of pressure off of
Number
you.
5,
They're no
number
longer
10,
sitting there
Kaylin Nelson.
undefeated, and everyone's gunning for them. Now
Number
you get
11,
to readjust
Desiree
and
Marshall-Penny.
go back to work. And as much as
Number
silly
14,
as it sounds to say,
Mackenzie
you hate to
Malone.
lose, but now the pressure's off. You
Number
get to go
23,
play
Matt
and
Harper.
have a good time and do what those ladies are accustomed
Number
to.
24, Jordan Connor.
So I'll tell you this, while we've got a couple of minutes as you enjoy watching
Number
the
35,
Union ladies get
Kennedy
their medals.
Barnes.
Our basketball is back in action next Friday as
number
Union plays host to
45,
Bartlesville
Sydney
Bruins.
Smith.
And it's Hall of Fame night. The girls tip at 6:30, and the boys will follow there at 8 as the Lady
And
Huskies
the
now
runner-up
get their
flag to
championship
Union
medals.
and head coach Joe Redmond.
Oh, I'm sorry. Coach Redmond getting his second place prize for his girls. And now
for the
Emily
championship
Barkley will
medals,
now
the Edmond North Lady Huskies. Number 0, Ataya Casals.
give the champion
Number 3,
medals
Abigail Harmon.
to a well-deserved Edmond North
Number
Lady
4,
Husky
El
team.
Pomerones.
Yeah, we just got
Number
the stat
5,
sheet, and
KK
they shot
Peeler.
60% in the second half.
Number 10,
that's,
Mallory Jackson.
you can look back at all you
Number
want,
11,
but when you shoot
Andrea
60%, you're
Nahara.
going to be tough to beat. It doesn't matter who you're playing.
Number 12,
So,
DJ Robinson.
these ladies deserve a lot of credit. They
Number
came in here
13,
and played a
Allison
fantastic
Heathcock.
game from start to finish. And
Number 22,
Union
Tony Pomerones.
sadly got their first loss of the year, but it's a good learning opportunity for them. So.
It's a great way for them to reset, and I like your thought of that. I've never been undefeated in any sport I have ever played, so it's nice for you to say that because I know you've been on some baseball squads that were undefeated, and you can use this as a positive.
Yeah,
for sure.
When you're undefeated, everybody wants to beat you. They want that match. They want to be able to give you their first loss, and once you get beat, you get to readjust. Okay, no more pressure. Let's go out and play and prove we are who we are, and that's a good opportunities for these ladies to see how they react to this.
And a very, very happy group for sure as Edmond North, the Lady Huskies, as you see them celebrating. So that's it from the John Q. Hammonds Arena in Tulsa as the Lady Huskies are your lady champions of the Jenks Union Tournament. Don't forget, the Union basketball is back next Friday night as the Union plays host to the Bartlesville Bruins. It's Hall of Fame night, as I said before. The girls tip at 6:30. And don't forget, you can still watch the boys championship game That's going to come up next as some more hardware is getting handed out, and TK Pitts is going to be given an all-tournament team nod. Kaylin Nelson gets an all-tournament team nod, and rightfully so. And there it is, Lacey Steele gets the tournament MVP, and a well-deserved award for that young lady. We don't have the stats on what she did, but if she did anything like she did tonight against Union, it's well-deserved.
Yeah, man, both teams come out and had two players make the all-tournament team, so that's always a good sign. But, whenever you have one on all-tournament team and one gets tournament MVP, that the tale of two stories is right there. They deserved what they got, and if she played the rest of the games like she played tonight, she deserved every bit of it.
We look forward to seeing them as the season progresses. But as you can see, the men's championship game coming up between Edmond Santa Fe and Jenks tips off here in just a few minutes. So here we are. Our next broadcast again comes this Friday night against the Bartlesville Bruins. It's Hall of Fame night. So for our camera crew, Tom and Nick, our producer, director, and jack of all trades, Andy Irwin, the one, the only Casey Jordan, it has been a fabulous weekend. Thanks for joining us, everybody, on the Union Sports Network. I'm Jim Douthit. Good night from the UMAC.